Hello, welcome to the Lounge with Annette. I am, this is the discussion for this book here. Okay, I'm just waiting for people to join to let me know that they're here. But in the meantime, I'm just reading through some of the chapters to try to get some, what I want to do. I want to like write down some things. Hey Annette, hey Annette, hey Jack, how you doing? Thank you for joining. I'm just gonna wait. Do you see me on YouTube? Because I don't know if I'm doing this right or not. Hold on one second. I need to get rid of something. How do I delete that banner? This is an example of banner. Do you see the banner? I don't want it up there. Delete. Okay. Okay, there we go. I was able to delete it. Okay, so now let me go back to comments. Okay, you're good. Thank you. Where do you see me? You see me on YouTube? Am I on YouTube? Because I'm streaming through StreamYard and I can't remember where it go. Like, obviously it's YouTube because now I see your symbol on YouTube. Okay. So what I'm doing is I'm just reading, skimming through some of the chapters to write down some questions that I might have. But this discussion is going to be for chapters 1 through 10. Jack, guess what? I think I can invite you to be a guest. You want to be a guest? Hey Auntie, how you doing? Thank you for joining my live book discussion. And I don't know if you heard everything, but I said that I am like skimming through some of the chapters to write down some of the questions that I might have. So far, I only skimmed through chapter 1 and I got some questions. So um I'm just so if I'm looking down, that's the reason why. So I'm just skimming through some things real quick to see why. Oh, wait. Okay. I don't want to have my head down too much, but oh, Auntie, also, okay, I am here for, how do I move this? I don't want to share a link. I can't see the comments without that thing in the way. I'm here for I don't want to share a referral link. No, I don't want to do that. I didn't mean to do that, y'all. If y'all see that, I apologize. I can't, it won't move out the way. I don't know how to get that out because I can't see your comments. It says, I am here for, and that's all I can see. But anyway, let me go back to, I don't know if I ever read the cover. Oh, the camera's this way. I don't know if I ever read the cover. So I'm going to read it. It says, it's been 14 years since Greer Dunning's older sister, Eliza, was murdered, and Greer's family has never been the same. Now there's a similar killing in Greer's small Kansas hometown, a copycat, according to the authorities. But Greer is convinced there is more to the story, that Eliza's murderer had help all those years ago. So Greer returned home after more than a decade away, desperate to answer the questions that have haunted her. And in her drive to uncover the truth, she forms a bond with the unlikeliest of allies. Ugh, kind of sound like Dean is not the suspect, right? So maybe I need to push him down a little bit. Okay. One that puts her in grave danger. Wait a minute, I'm back at Dean being being the suspect because it says as almost everyone in her small town becomes a suspect. At once, a riveting mystery and deep exploration of guilt, loss, and the ways in which a violent murder transformed both the family of the victim and the family of the killer. I did it for you. Okay. So, chapter 1. Okay, so wait a minute. Let me see if I can invite you as a guest. I really want to be able to read the comments, but I can't. Okay, let me see. Send this link to your guests. You may also want to share our instructions. Guests can stream this on their own destination. I don't know what that means. Okay, so I'm gonna hit copy. And Jack, I'm gonna send it to you via Messenger. Hold one moment. An invite. Okay, now how do I get back to the comments? I wish that thing would go away. Oh, I'm here for the Q&A. Finally, I get to see it. Okay, so chapter 1. Chapter 1, we all decided that it was just filling us in on how the Ludlow works, right? And all the characters and what else? They didn't give much detail. It was just letting us know what it's about, right? But there were some things that I wanted to know. Okay, you remember Miss Allard. She was raking her leaves and she saw when Greer came in and she was like, she's back. She also said about time too. I wanted to know what she meant by that. Like, it sounded like she also didn't believe that Roy acted alone, but they didn't want to question the authorities any more than what Greer was questioning the authorities. So they stayed quiet. And I'm taking her to say about time is that she getting ready to whip them into shape to try to solve the new murders as well as revisit her sister's murder. What y'all think? Is that too much? Am I reaching too much with that one too? I don't know. Okay. And then she also said, because a few of you say that Chet is your suspect, right? And she also said that Chet always had a soft spot for Greer. Now, whoever have Chet as their suspect, I need y'all to let me know, when did y'all suspect him? Because I didn't. I still don't. And I know he talk a lot, and that's what I have in my head. Baby daddy? Chet is the baby daddy? What baby daddy? The baby daddy. I don't know. But oh, you having problems getting in? Ooh, what kind of problems? Because I don't know. I don't know what kind of problems. Um, I don't know. Let me go back to the guest and see. See, this one is tough. I guess because I'm, oop, nope, that ain't it either. Just maybe because I'm using the free version. Send this link to your guests. You may also want to share our instructions for guests. Oh, I don't know if y'all can still see me. Invite as a guest to join StreamYard. Here's what you need to know. Before the broadcast, make sure you have the following with the webcam recent. Oh, okay, that's a lot of instructions. Okay. Jack, I'ma just read the comments. You said it, just go ahead. So back to Chet. He always had a soft spot. Oh yeah. For people who said Chet is their suspect, what what um what made you get Chet as a suspect? I really want this thing to go away because I cannot see the comment. I think Greer is Chet. Oh, I'm gonna have to wait till the comments go up because it's something blocking it that I can't see. It says, I think Greer. So do you think Chet is Greer's dad? Oh, if that's the case, the mama. Hmm. She was my suspect, right? I said it from the jump. Okay. And then also before chapter 1 started, it says Ludlow only likes secrets it could eventually pry loose. Hmm. Ludlow only likes secrets it could eventually pry loose. That means they want people to work to find out who murdered these people, right? Who murdered Eliza, Travis, Dylan, and Abby. And it also say to me that somebody else know who the murderer might be, but they just are afraid to say who it might be. Okay, that all happened before chapter 1. Now here's my questions about chapter 1. They claimed that Roy said he shouldn't have done it. What do they mean? Why? Okay. First they say Roy said he did it. Okay. But then he said he shouldn't have done it. Why shouldn't he have done it? But obvious reasons he shouldn't have done it. But why would he say that? And also in chapter 1, it says the father called Greer and said it happened again. He did it again. Wasn't Roy dead, or was Roy in jail? I thought Roy was far away from when, after Eliza and Travis died. Okay, I think okay. Roy is covering up for who? Is he covering up for his brother? I think I thought so too. Who is Dean? And that's why Dean is on my list as a suspect. He going flippy floppy between his dad and he's going, yeah. Him and his dad is swapping places constantly in my brain. He was in jail. I thought so. So why would they say it it happened? Why would her father say it happened again? He did it again. He. So if Roy was in jail, that means the father also knows something. See, I'm back at they know something. Mm, are they trying not to tell Greer the absolute truth? Oh, the way, and that's what they mean by secrets could eventually be pried loose. The whole town knows something. Somebody knows something. Okay, this is the last thing from chapter 1. Greer said that she thought her household would stay the same after Eliza died, but then her mother became this real clean kind of person, and she used to clean the house like from top to bottom. Like, why was the house different after Eliza died? Did something happen? Because if I remember correctly, in chapters that's following, Eliza was running out the house to be with Travis. Did something happen before she did that? And then the father, I'm saying the father, but somebody tracked her down and did what they had to do, and Travis was just in the wrong place at the wrong time. I don't know. I might be reaching, but I don't know. Okay, so chapter 2, I didn't get too much from chapter 2. I think that was when I was just like, oh, okay, more information. But I'm just going to skim through it really quick. It was basically her mom asking her if she was going to stay, and her finding out her dad was drinking a lot. And what else? She was telling them why she was there, hiding the fact why she was there. Jack, I'm gonna have to wait when you, because I can't see. It says I think mom is, and then I can't see the rest. Okay, so yeah, chapter 2 didn't talk about too much. It didn't introduce um it introduced announcing, okay, no, that was about Dylan and Abby. That's another thing. Did both of these murders happen on Halloween? It seemed like it did, or in the month of October. Yeah, it didn't really have too much information in chapter 2. Okay, now by chapter 3, it was getting into some stuff. It says, I'm sorry, kids are outside riding their bikes back and forth. I think they figured out that once they ride past my house, they can hear that because that's when they turn back around. And I got like 3 houses to the end of the street before, you know. Anyway, I can't really remember what happened in chapter 3. Can y'all remember in chapter 3 what happened? If anything interesting happened in chapter 3? I think mom is using cleaning to cover the grief. Okay, I can agree with that. But no, I'm just joking. I always think everybody is suspect. Everybody processes grief differently. You're absolutely correct. And it says it happened. Okay, gotta wait. So, do y'all remember what, if anything interesting happened in chapter 3 that we have to talk about? Was that when? How did you know I was back? Nope. Okay, Ryan was introduced. Cassie and Ryan. My aunt said that she liked Cassie and Ryan's relationship with Greer. Now, Auntie, you have Ryan as a suspect. You, Jack, wait a minute. Jack, do you have Ryan as a suspect too? I know you, at Aggie, I can't remember her name right now, have Ryan as a suspect. Okay, so they introduced Ryan. You stole that one from my kid. Okay, they was just talking about old times. Yeah, catching up. I don't remember any clues that happened in chapter 3. Yeah. Okay, it says we need to figure out why Roy had killed Eliza and Travis. That's the who wasn't enough. I should have been a little bit more prepared with questions. We met, yeah, okay, it happened while Roy was okay, we met Cassie and Ryan. Yes, okay. Yes and no. Who? Yes to what? I can't remember what I asked yet. Oh, you don't have Ryan as, you have Chet as a, no, yeah. Y'all know what I mean. Okay. That's not exactly the budget right now. Okay. Okay, so chapter 3 didn't have anything. It was just introducing Ryan and Cassie as her friends. They didn't have, they just talked about old times. All right, I think it started getting a little interested in chapter 4. Roy Matthews wasn't from Ludlow. He was raised by his grandmother in Necio, about 15 miles down the road. No one knew exactly what had brought him to Ludlow the night of the murders. That's something to talk about. It was, wait, is this to say that he was not living in Ludlow during the time of the murder? It just so happened that when they were murdered, he was there? Is that what that's saying? Okay, Jack has me looking at Ryan. But wow, you leaning towards Cassie now? Remember Lily's, I want that thing to go away. Ah, I have to wait. Let me see. I can't even scroll. I can scroll the other way, but I can't scroll. How do I get this away? I don't want that. Anyway, okay, so back to this. So I'm gonna read that one more time because I don't want to make sure, want to make sure I'm reading it right. It says Roy Matthews wasn't from Ludlow. Okay, he wasn't from Ludlow. He'd been raised by his grandmother in Neosho, about 15 miles down the road. No one knew exactly what had brought him to Ludlow the night of the murders. So that says, does that sound like, it does sound like he's working with somebody. Yeah, because, okay. But then it says, Roy hadn't had any friends in Ludlow, but something drew him to our town park, or someone. If he didn't have any friends in Ludlow, but something drew him to their town or someone, is it saying that someone drew him to the town or something drew him to the town for someone? That's a good question, right? Okay. All right, and let's see. Cassie was working the morning shift and had promised to save me one of Mabel's famous cinnamon rolls. But when I saw what looked like fresh graffiti splashed across the front of Matthew's tiny detached garage, I hit the brakes. Murderer. Okay. 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 Okay, it says Dean Matthew was taller and rangier than his younger brother, with the same mop of dark hair and straight brows. But unlike Roy's careful, neutral gaze, the look Dean gave me across the yard was quick and alive. His grandmother might not be able to place me, but Dean sure as hell could. Dean could place her? Okay, yeah. Because Dean lived in Ludlow. Okay. Hmm. Okay, then it talked about the diner and how her father lost the diner, and how Chet talk a lot. Chet smiled when he saw me, shifting slightly on a counter stool that seemed too delicate for his considerable bulk. They had a conversation, and it says, kind of surprised to hear it. Never pictured you working in a school. Always thought Eliza was the one who liked kids. Goddamn Chet, for all his blabber, he listened too. Kept everything filed away. Okay. If Chet is the daddy, he keeping up with Greer, right? Hmm. Yep, it's just a conversation between Chet and her. No, nope, nothing really too much there either. Do y'all remember anything going on in chapter 4? I should have watched my YouTube channels my YouTube videos you know what? I'll be right back. I got a tablet I can look and see. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. Let me just I should have did that. Anyway, thank y'all so much for staying and bearing with me. I am now getting ready to go into, what chapter am I on? I think I'm on chapter 4. Okay. Boop, boop, boop. Chapter 4. Let me go see what was my questions for chapter 4. Right? Chapter 4, where are you? Oh, that was the definition video too. All right, so let me go all the way to the end. All right. Now, Dean shook his head. In the chapter 4, he ain't asking you to forgive him. I cracked myself up. Okay. So, I got a thing in my head. Did her dad do it? And that's why he drinking so much? Or is he really going through grief? Okay. I'm thinking of the title of the book. I Did It For You. And if she don't think Roy did it and it happened again, it got to be somebody in the town, right? Okay. Because it happened on the same day, it happened in the same place, it happened exactly the same. So one side of my brain want to know who killed her sister, then the second side want to know if it's the same person that did kill her sister and Travis. Guess we shall find out as the chapters go. Oh wait, is there more? But there was one word I'd never seen before. Okay. Don't know the definition. Okay, so that's all I had with chapter 4 was she didn't believe that Roy did it. And why wouldn't she believe that Roy did it? Okay, so let's go to chapter 5. Because I don't want to keep y'all here. And plus, husband just asked, is you done? Chapter 5. Let me go to chapter 5. Let's see. Videos, chapter 5. Chapter 5. Here we go. Go all the way to the end. Oh, I got it out in my head. Hold on. That's the insulin blue canvas. Can y'all hear that? That's fine. I flopped back onto my bed, covered my face with both hands, whatever you want. That's the end of chapter 5. Wait a minute. Did the mama do it? Because what was she getting ready to say? Yeah. She said, yeah. Oh, okay, I know what they're doing. They put in, okay, that's where Jack told me I was reaching. She was like, come on now. But her mama was getting ready to say something to her. What could she possibly was about to say to Greer at that moment? It seemed like she was getting ready to spill the beans or say something. My aunt said my suspects are Garrett, Dean, Chet, and now Ryan. Thanks, Jack. But why wait 14 years to kill again? Exactly. And why Abby and Dylan? Because Roy was in jail when the second murder happened. I don't know, Jack. Why wait 14 years to kill again? Okay, let's think about all of the crime shows we watch, right? Sometimes it'd be back to back to back, right? And then it'd be a long stretch. And sometimes during that long stretch, somebody was either in jail, sick, and it's either in jail or sick, or they just felt like they needed to, space it out. So being that, when did Roy die? Like, did they kill him? Did he get, right after the murders, or was it some time that passed? So maybe the person, maybe they, you know what I'm trying to say? Maybe Roy was in jail for 14 years, right? And then once they, Roy, maybe the other person came out and did it again. I don't know. I don't know. Speculation. Okay, so let me see what else I had to say.
So far, it's putting doubt in my head. It's putting doubt in my head like, did the mama do it? Did the daddy do it? Or did a stranger do it? Because you never know. And when she said that she wished she was braver, what she meant by that? Did she know?
Yeah, Greer said she wished she was braver. And I had a question about that. I was just like, what does she mean she wished she was braver? Like, what y'all think she meant by she wished she was braver? Braver. How could she possibly be braver? They were teenagers at the time, and she was trying to solve her sister's case. Maybe she meant braver as into doing more than what she did for try to solve her sister's death. Okay, he didn't do it. Okay, he didn't do it. All right, let's see what else I have to say.
Do she know something? I don't know. Those are my questions so far. I'm gonna see y'all
Okay,
in chapter.
So that was chapter 5 questions. What y'all think? Okay, so it was getting a little bit more detail in chapter 5. Let's see what chapter 6 is about. My questions for chapter 6. Oh, here we go.
That's the end of chapter 6. Wow. Dean and her might work together to try to find out who killed.
Okay, this chapter was when they introduced Dean and her starting to work together. Okay, so I don't know if I mentioned it in this video or not, but I'll find out. Dean and her are working together to solve the new murders or trying to solve Eliza and Travis murders. Are they trying to solve all of them together or just the ones that's closer to them? What y'all think? But what would she know? Not to be intimidated by the sheriff in town. Oh, that's what she could have been braver about. True. She was a teenager and a sheriff is very intimidating. Jack, you said, okay, there we go. I think Greer knows something, but no one was listening to her. Remember she got the Valentine card that said, I did it? Yes, but she also don't know who sent it to her, Jack. You said, I think both. Okay, I have to wait until it come up because something person. Okay, I'm gonna have to wait till it come up, but until it come up, let's see.
Addie and Dylan, which then will help them figure out who actually killed her sister and his brother. I don't know. I don't know why I feel like, when they on TV, like when they do the investigations, they say the person who usually did the crime put themselves in the investigation.
And that's why Dean is my suspect. Like he shot up to one under the dad, because people who do the crime, according to the shows we watch on TV, they insert themselves into the investigation. But then I couldn't remember whether she invited him or he invited her, or they both came up to the same conclusion at the same time. I couldn't remember that, but let me see what I said.
Investigation. Here I go, right? First I thought it was the mama. First I thought it was the daddy. Then I think it was the mama. Now I'm thinking it's Dean. Because, did he ask her
Yeah, I did ask that.
Or
Okay.
did she ask him? I think she asked him, but he was willing. But anyway, Dean is my person now. I know I'm reaching, but we shall see. I shall see you in the next chapter.
I wonder, do y'all laugh at me like I laugh at myself? I crack myself up. Okay, so that's the reason why Dean is my suspect is because he inserted himself into, well, he accepted, he didn't insert himself, he accepted her. Um, yeah, saying let's figure this out. All right, so where we at? We at, that was chapter what? I forgot. Was that 6? Oh no, go back. Oh no. Oh no, don't do that. Okay, where we at? I think that was 6, right? Yes. Okay, chapter 7. Let's see. Go to the end. Uh-oh. Okay. I'm giving
And
a
that's the
side.
end of chapter 7.
Okay, chapter 7.
Okay, so Eliza wanted to tell Greer something.
Okay, hold on.
No.
Okay, you said I think both because they think it's the same person. Okay. Yeah, I see. You always tell me you laugh at me with my I find myself hilarious. Thank you for being there for me and everything like that. So chapter 7, it was, let me go back and see what I said.
Now Greer thinks that is so. Reminded him, secrets were all we had. And that's the end of chapter 7. Okay, so Eliza wanted to tell Greer something.
That, there we go.
Now,
There we go. I love you too. Wait a minute, how do you do that? I love you. Wait, there we go. I love you too. Um, Eliza wanted to tell Greer something before she was heading out to see Travis. What do y'all think it was? I know my aunt said that. Wait a minute, was it you, Auntie, that said this, or was it you, Jack? What y'all say? I don't want to mess it up. What did y'all say to the point of Eliza wanted to tell Greer something, but Greer, you know, what did Greer do? I think she just brushed her off or something like that. What do you think Eliza was going to tell her? Did somebody say that she was pregnant? I said she was pregnant. Did I say she was pregnant? Oh, okay. That's in the other chapters. But I can mention it now that we recap it. Maybe she was going to tell her about the policy that her father had on her. Or, Jack, did you say Eliza might have been going to tell her that Chet is her daddy? She found out something. I can't see it yet, but when it come up, I'm gonna be able to see. Okay, she found out that Eliza had a different dad. Okay, okay, we're gonna keep that thought because Eliza definitely had something she wanted to tell her. Okay, let me finish what I was gonna say.
now Greer thinks that it was something concerning her.
It was okay.
What could it possibly be? They were teenagers, and could she have been pregnant?
That's my thought.
No, so she said it was something concerned that she felt like it was concerning her,
Then again,
and that Greer wouldn't like it. I don't know. I can't tell. I can't.
yeah, she said that Greer wouldn't like it. What could possibly be that Greer would not like something that Eliza would have wanted to tell her? It gotta be something with the father. It have to be because he the one who have the life insurance policy out on her. Okay. Anyway, You didn't think about it? I know, right? Me either. Not until the other chapter came up, I was like, oh, we're gonna put that in the back of our head. Okay, you said no, it wasn't you. Okay, so let's go to chapter 8 and see. Chapter 8, where we at? Okay, scroll all the way over. Up.
Even if it was for her career, what she meant when she Gannon cruised quietly by.
Okay.
And that's the end of chapter 8. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the beginning where Eliza, the insert for Eliza, and I want to know what she meant when she said the thing she hated, and when she said hurting Greer, even when it was for her own good. What?
That part. She said the thing she hate hurting Greer, even if it was for her own good. Under what circumstances, situation would that be something? My mind is blank because if it's for her own good, why would you be hurting her? Maybe it was something about Garrett. Maybe could Eliza be trying to tell Greer something about Garrett? And then she just said she would hate to hurt Greer, even if it was something that was good for her. Maybe it was something about Garrett. I don't know. Okay. I don't know. Okay, let me finish.
What could she possibly mean by that? Hurting Greer, even if it was for her own good. Okay, so that tells me that there's a story Greer need to let us know about, right?
Yeah, I said that because Greer, and when she mentioned her sister, she mentioned it as if they are closer than, well, they semi. One minute I think they're close, then the next minute I'm like, they don't sound like they were that close. And that could be because of the different fathers. I don't know. Maybe it was about her best friends. Oh, yes, Jack. Maybe, oh, maybe Eliza knew something about them. And they was the one who got, ooh, Jackie making me put Cassie and Ryan on my list now because it makes sense. But what the heck would they know or be doing towards Greer? Maybe they brother and sister, or maybe no. Cassie is a lesbian, and Ryan claimed he didn't like her like that, so it couldn't be. Okay, I'm trying to figure out when was Garrett and Greer in a relationship, or had their sexual encounter. You right, because it did not mention in the chapter so far about any relationship that Greer had. I don't recall. Only time they mentioned something about Greer's relationship is when she kissed Ryan. And that's about all I can remember. And if I stick with Jack and Ryan being a suspect, maybe she found something out about Ryan just putting it out there. I think Ryan liked the sister more than he let on. Really? He got married after the fact, and that could be why their marriage didn't last. Okay, what I realized in this book, other than them saying 14 years passed since the murder of her sister and Travis, the time there it's not giving me. I don't have any time concept. Like I don't know when this and this and this and this. I just know that Cassie and Ryan and Greer were friends for a long time. I don't know how much time passed between Ryan and his wife separating. How long did Royce stay in? When did he come into Ludlow and stay? When did, yeah, it's a time concept. Okay, but that might explain why Ryan Freer friend zoned Greer. I gotta wait. Okay, I gotta wait to see. Okay, let's see what else I said.
So we need to know what really the relationship between Eliza and Greer. So I hope they give that perspective so we can know what she mean by that. So, and also Garrett, why is he riding past her house? Do he know that
Ooh.
her and
Oh, now I remember. Garrett and Greer, it was brief. She didn't enjoy it. I remember now. She said it was like he thought he was, you know, and she was like, "Is that chicken? Okay, thank you. Get off me." So it seemed like Garrett is obsessed with her. He could be stalking her. Okay. All right. So that's that I remember now. And yeah, but why is he riding past her house? I think now I understand why Garrett is a suspect because he acting suspect and he riding past and stuff like that. So he could be watching her to see if she pick up the investigation again, start it all over again. Let's see.
Dean are like investigating the murder of her sister and Travis? Okay, so there we have it. I'm gonna have to see y'all in a minute.
Okay, so that's chapter 8. We on chapter 9. Okay, chapter 9. What was my questions for chapter 9? Ooh, fast forward. Okay. It seemed like I didn't have a lot of questions for 9.
Hey, while Roy's heart stopped under the glare of fluorescent lights, I couldn't fault Dean. But chapter 9.
Okay.
Oh, is there much to say about this?
Yeah,
chapter?
okay, I didn't have much to say.
Is Dean still on my suspect list? He is. He's still on my suspect list. Okay, so his grandmother got dementia,
Oh,
but
okay, I did have something to say. I see Dean every time somebody start talking to Greer about anything to do with the murders, he kind of shut people down. Like, okay, let's go. That's enough. Now that's why he is remaining on my list because it sounds like he want people to stop talking. And so I'm just saying that's why he's staying on my list. Okay, what you say? Okay, but that might explain why Ryan Ferrin zoned Greer through though because he may have oh, that's why he friend zoned Greer because he liked Eliza. And Eliza must have thought that Greer liked Ryan. And she was getting ready to tell her, yo, Ryan is hitting on me. And I don't like it because I know you like. That's a good one, Auntie. That's a good one. Okay, and then I think Dean is trying. Okay, I gotta wait. I don't like that. But what was I saying here? Oh,
Was there another girlfriend?
yeah, because Dean,
You know, I like some.
yeah, I was saying that Dean liked to shut people down because the grandmother, even though she had memory problems, I think it's dementia. It may not be, but she was getting ready to say something and he shut her up.
Some of the times dementia patients be telling the truth, right?
I agree.
And then Dean tried to shut her up about it. Do Dean know something that he's not telling Corinne? Okay, I'm gonna have to see y'all in the next chapter.
Okay, y'all, this is chapter 10. I'm gonna see if I have any questions. And then, okay, it's 50 minutes in. Okay. Let me go to the end. Oops.
Now, let's talk about this insurance policy
That part.
that Dad took out on Eliza as a teenager. Now,
Okay, that part blew my wig off because what is the father doing getting an insurance policy on his teenager daughter? Why? And then she up and get murdered? What y'all think about that? Because dad shot straight back up to suspect number one in my book. Okay, I'll wait.
now y'all know in the beginning, Dad was a suspect. Now he's number. Now Dean is okay. He was first. The mama was second. Dean was third. Okay, so those are my three suspects. Everybody else had Garrett, and one my aunt had Ryan. Now my list is now back to the dad. Dean second. I don't know about the mama. Garrett and Ryan are not on my list, but I want to know what he doing taking the policy out on Eliza. Is that what Eliza found out? And do that tie into the title? I did it for you. I don't know. Okay, so is there anything else? Did Libby give us some type of details?
I don't think so.
She kind of did, but not really. But
what y'all think?
It could be anybody, right? Okay, so what y'all think? Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. Okay, so this book only have 20 chapters. 10 chapters have already been.
All right, so that's the end. That's the recap from chapters 1 through 10. Feel free to say what y'all want about anything, and then let's talk about it for a good 5 minutes because I plan on just doing an hour, not longer than that. But if you want to talk about it, let me know. If not, then I'll just let you know. I'll ask y'all some questions. I think Dean is trying to prove Roy did not kill her sister. Oh. Okay. That insurance policy was surprising. Maybe dad was struggling with the story. Maybe he was thinking something. Oh, I wish that thing would leave. Something, and then chickened out. Okay. Maybe the father did get an insurance policy on his daughter, right? Thinking of the future because Eliza is his only child and Greer isn't his. So why would he get one on Greer? And then I guess her getting murdered was just not in his plan. And he just jumped on the opportunity to cash in the insurance policy. That could be a possibility. Although, woo, child. Okay. That's it for chapters 1 through 10. We just recapped everything we talked about in the books. I think we're still at the same. Okay, it's up there. maybe he was thinking something shady, but I think he chickened out. Maybe he reached out to have some, kill her, and he told whoever, and then something anyway. All right. Maybe I won't do StreamYard again because it'd be blocking stuff. I can't see the comments. And okay, so I still from chapters 1 through 10, my suspects are the dad, Dean, y'all put in my head Ryan and Cassie, so they gonna be the suspects 4 and 5, and the mom is 5th. Y'all, who are your suspects? Okay, but that person did it anyway. I think the dad was feeling like he was about to lose his store, so okay, I gotta wait. Okay, so that's that. What y'all suspects are still the same? Okay, so that's it on the suspects. All right, so being that there's only 10 more chapters to go, and at the end of chapter 10, I had saw something as I was flipping through the pages, and I'm just gonna let y'all know, after chapter 11, it has the name Travis. So that's what had me gasp at the end when I said, oh, I saw something. So that means we're gonna get Travis perspective, point of view, crossing fingers perhaps, because when they did Eliza, she just basically said what the things she liked and don't like, and then it went into some stuff, and it didn't mention anything else about Eliza. So we shall find out. Okay, what are your thoughts about the gun? Oh wait, let me go back to the other. I think that dad was feeling like he was about to lose his store, so he was trying to find some money and quick. Okay, I can see that, but dang, your own child. I'm like, go get another job or something. He put it on his child, not even his wife. No, I'm just joking. That's messed up too. Anyway, what are your thoughts about the gun? Honestly, I was trying to figure out when the mention of a gun happened because I can't remember when a gun happened. What gun, Auntie? You still thinking Ryan, but the dad is part of it. Okay. That's messed up, yo. If it's the father, that's messed up. I think Travis is okay. Commodity, like in the wrong place at the wrong time. Okay. So y'all, okay, so you're gonna keep your suspects. All right. So, all right. Oh, yeah, I just said it that I saw the sneak peek of Travis, and I hope that we get their perspectives. Okay, so the next thing I need to know is, do you want me to continue? Like today, you won't get a chapter. Tomorrow, you won't get a chapter. And then Monday, start with chapter 11. And 11, like I said, seemed a little bit longer. So it's going to be probably like a 45-minute video. Uh-huh. And I'm looking to see are all the chapters after that are pretty. It seemed like the chapters after that are pretty lengthy. Let me stop flipping through this. But okay, so my time is almost up. It's almost an hour. I want to say I appreciate you so much for jumping on my live to have this live discussion. And I am going to take an idea that a friend gave me and do another live once the book is over, so we can discuss. And during that time, I'm gonna try to figure out how to get guests on. And if guests can't come on, I don't know what I'm gonna do, because I would love to see somebody, other face and be like, hey, this is this and this. I'm gonna just ask somebody how you do that. Okay, but all right, real quick. I got 10 seconds. No, I don't. It's not going to cut me off. It's just me saying that I'm giving myself an hour for live. So, do you want a chapter tomorrow, or can I resume chapter 11 on Monday? Give me a yes, or give me a yes for Monday. And if you want it Sunday, say Sunday. Yes, Ludlow is messy. It is messy. Thank you, Auntie. Thank you, Jack. It's a third person up here, but no comments, so I don't know who it is. But I'm going to thank you anyway for attending my live discussion of I Did It For You. I'm so excited. I mean, I just want to know who it is. This is a good book. I'm glad that I chose this book. It's not a dramatic mystery. Any book, any mystery that make you question stuff is good to me. It don't have to be gruesome or anything like that. So it's really good. Anything that have you thinking and you can relate to, or stuff like that. It's a good book. Okay, Jack. So you want Sunday? Okay. 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 Sunday. It is. I'm trying to move the comment so I can read my aunt's comment. Was the same gun used? Oh, was the same gun used for? They said it was a different gun, right? Let me go. All right, so we're gonna go in a little bit longer. We're gonna go back to chapter 1. I think that's where it was at. Or was it chapter 2? Okay. Turned out Eliza and Travis' death hadn't generated the frenzy headline some murders receive. I wasn't sure why exactly, but I had to guess. I say it was because if we're going to pore over details of a murder, chat about it with friends over coffee, and read the details online, we want something more gruesome. A bloody knife or a dungeon basement, and okay, 3 bullets resulting in 2 bodies wasn't going to cut it. And then there was Roy Mathis himself as a killer. He left a lot to be desired. He wasn't a jilted lover or a jealous stalker. He didn't even know Eliza or Travis, had never spoken so much of a word to either of them as far as anyone could remember. He wasn't charismatic or sly or even crazed. He was just an angry at the world not too bright 18-year-old with a bloodstream full of booze and a gun burning a hole in his pocket. Roy was only 18? I missed that clue? Okay. I don't know. I don't see where they would say where they said it at. I cannot remember, and I don't want to reread all of that. But if I remember correctly, I think that the gun was different, or they kind of went past it. I can't remember. Okay, so it says Sunday, so I shall start. I shall resume recording tomorrow. So you shall see one at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. And until then, bye for now. Y'all have a great day. I gotta go to the store. Bye. Thank you again.